Majority Leader in the United States Senate.
And it's important to conference and pass bills, but from a simple American taxpayer, it's even more important to pass a budget. All right, what other questions do we have? Yes, sir.
I want to commend the congressman on refusing the federal health care, and I'd just like to know how many other members of Congress have refused the health care program, federal.
Thank you for the question. And I'm not going to belabor the point, but it was indeed from those young drill instructors at Parris Island, that fundamental leadership by example principle. There's not one thing they ask of us as a little 18-year-old half scared to death that they did not first do themselves. That has stuck with me in business. It's stuck with me in life and raising my family. And I knew no other course to take in both seeking the office and then given the privilege to serve. I've been very careful to not say that every person should give back as much as I have. Indeed, some may give more or whatever. But each and every person, I believe, who serves in Congress should give back as a way of saying that we are in such a bad way that the leadership of our country needs to lead by example here. And sir, to your specific question, the short answer is not enough. Not enough in terms of giving back, not enough in terms of supporting legislation that would rein in federal benefits. The self-imposed benefit ban from me on a lifetime ban on lobbying. I'll never be a lobbyist. I mean, that place is a revolving door. And look, it's Republicans and Democrats too. We need to be willing to look at it just the way it is. So we got some house cleaning to do, and hold me accountable. And if you're in the 3rd, whatever district you're in, or from across the country, each and every American needs to rise up in the best sense of the word, be informed, and hold his or her elected officials accountable. And this whole principle of leadership by example. Not enough, and I'm going to keep swinging the bat. Thank you.
The gentleman with the situation that I'm aware of, and I don't know if you know, disabled veterans that become eligible for voc rehab. This is driven by a friend of mine who just is going through this process. What happens is they can basically choose. He's in a situation he's trying to decide, do I take voc rehab and possibly lose my GI Bill because he's left so much time before he started using it. Why can't we simply take a veteran who's a disabled vet going to voc rehab and just pause their counter for the GI Bill? Okay. So they don't lose one or the other.
Yeah. The sequence of events and of what you just described there is it's actually a bit complex, as you know. And Pete, I know, worked with Congressman Miller, who's a good friend and colleague. He works at Congressman Miller as the chairman of Veteran Affairs. And what I'd like to do is get the specific question, get that written down, Will, if you can help me with that, sir. And then we can get a specific answer to you if it relates either to an individual or just generally what needs to be done. And this is how a lot of good initiatives get started, is that we hear things at a town hall. I refer to this, so many of y'all know where I'm going with this, I call it the wisdom of the district. It helps me to be a better representative, so we can fine-tune things, and we'll do that. And we'll get the specifics of the question that you just mentioned, and we'll get back to you.
All right, look, we've gone an hour, we've taken your time, and we need to get the Lieutenant Governor through the Hampton Tunnel. And there you go. Let me close with two things. First of all, to follow up on what both the Congressman and the Lieutenant Governor mentioned in their remarks, this is about leadership, and that's why all these people are standing here. This is the leadership of your state Veterans Coalition, and they are committed to making sure that your voice is heard, your views are incorporated in policies, and that we give the best advice to our candidate for President, Mitt Romney, and his Vice President candidate, Paul Ryan. So that's important, and these leaders are committed to serving you as they have in the past. And the final piece is, we've talked about a lot of interesting things here. You probably have other questions, and some of us will be available. There's lots of rhetoric, there's lots of discourse, all well and good, that's great. But at the end of the day, if you and your posterity don't get off your posteriors, okay, on November 6th and get out there and vote, this will be for naught, okay? This is about our voice being heard at the ballot box. And so I enjoin every single one of you to encourage every veteran, every relative of a veteran, to get out and vote for the things that are important to you. Thank you for joining us.
May I take, I rarely do this, I wouldn't want to interrupt an hour, but we have one lady here, a good friend, Pam Brown, chairwoman of our Republican Party of Norfolk.
Well, that wasn't, but it was.
Oh, come on, Pam, welcome. I just thought we ought to hear from
Posteriors, we have lots of room for posteriors in the Norfolk Victory office, which is 50 yards that way. We have 12 phones. Folks, we need your help, okay? We have lots of walk books, and we're open 9 to 9. We really need your help, veterans. It's very important that we match the 2009 McDonald performance here in Norfolk. Obama cannot get Virginia if we do. Okay, the Victory office is right here next to Farm Fresh. It's in the same shopping center. In the Jackson County office, we have 12 very nice automated phones. It's very nice. Jackson Marstella right here, he's one of our full-time staff people in the Victory office. They're there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And he has walk books ready to go. If you would rather walk, take your dog with you, people will talk to you.
Pam, I knew you'd have a great word, and Admiral, back to you. Okay.
Well, that's important. Jim McConville is the chairman of the Fairfax County Republican Committee, and boy, if there's going to be a battle, it's going to be up north. So if you have any veteran friends up north, please tell them to get out and support the cause. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your service to the nation, and God bless you and your families in our great United States of America. Thank you.
Yeah, well, terrific.
But I put out a lot of your yard signs over there.
Thank you so much. You were riding around, we're seeing them.
Right.
I really appreciate the support. It's a real encouragement to us. And we just see so many around town, and bumper stickers, and Facebook's taking off, and we just feel real good. You know, we're just doing everything we can.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Well, listen, working with you. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Set for 5. Okay, terrific. Oh my gosh, thank you. Just up there here. We're seeing. Oh, thank you.
I have 2 others. They just came back
Oh, what a great thing. Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that. And please give my kind regards and my respect and gratitude and kindness and fidelity to you. Thank you. I'd be honored. Absolutely. I'd be honored. Thank you for your service to the country. Thank you.
Bottom of my heart, keep the good work up.
Nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for that. I'm honored to have you. Okay. Do you have our email? I want to make sure you do. He can make sure you have it. Happy to answer. Hey, I'm well, sir. How are you?
Good. It was a good event last night, too.
Regarding veteran and social security.
Well, I said, I think this is open account. There was
segregation, outright segregation for some races. I'm saying, well, I'm seeing, and we got kind of a generational thing. We got Rhode Island has been one generation literally experiencing it, another generation knowing of it, but not literally experiencing it. It just takes a while to heal.
Thanks for calling for the yeah. He's doing a lot of work for us. We're going to have all the signs, your signs, children's signs,
I appreciate you know what I told
those
you.
are all going out. We go neighborhoods, they're all going out.
I said turbocharged our signs. They were like 50. That's
Yeah.
cool. Thank you, Commodore. Thank you for your service. Thank you, sir. Well,
I told him I told him.
Thank you guys for today's question.
absolutely. Thank you. Well, you're going to help me.
That's what I'm doing. What else is he doing?
It just seems to me that if we got a veteran taking votes we have, his GI Bill should be on a pause and go with him. He shouldn't.
That makes sense.
Especially vote we have. They're the disabled veterans who need it the most.
Because it's time sensitive, right?
Yes. And it's not. So what happens is the vote we have veterans
This
goes
is
like
such a good idea. We need to.
I gave your man my business card out.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
I can get you the specifics.
All right, and maybe get it to John Thomas. I mean, that really seems like. I don't know if it'll take legislation to do that, or if it's.
What ties in with it, sir, is that also a veteran who's vote rehab eligible isn't always told who's vote rehab first and your GI Bill second, because what will happen is they'll use the GI Bill because that's the first thing they start when they get out. They get qualified, but then the VA will say, oh, you already got a degree, we're not going to pay for any additional schooling. Well, this is a veteran who might need to get a master's to stay competitive. So let those veterans use vote rehab.
This is going to John Thomas. I'll get it to Austin. Thank you so much. Okay.